I want to take this cover off. I don't believe the seat is ripped, but I want to take this cover off. So let's go get some snippy snips and just cut this off. It feels like it's good, and when I put my hand up under here, it doesn't feel torn. Yeah, we can try and carpet clean this and see that'll come out. This looks like it just needs a quick little wash and we're good to go. But yeah, this truck, I like putting around in this around town. This thing is just, I don't know, there's just something about this truck that I really like. It's different from the other Bullnose. One thing, it's got its soft twin I-beam suspension, soft springs in the back, even with the air shocks pumped up to like 100 psi. The thing, it just rides like it's on marshmallows. It's comfortable for the most part. It needs new tires. It's got a little bit of a highway shake. But it's, I don't know, it's just kind of nice to hop in and drive, and it fires up every time now. Afternoon tubes, happy lockdown Tuesday. Actually, when you see this will be Sunday for you guys, but today it's Tuesday for me. Gonna be working on the trucks today. I'm actually gonna be working on the other Bullnose around the corner. Around the corner. Well, let's go get it. He's parked where the trailers used to be. I think the truck's gonna be my new dump truck, because I used to use the trailer for hauling stuff, but now I think I'm gonna use that long bed truck as my hauler for stuff, so I'm not really having to tow a trailer anymore. In this video, we're working on the Junkyard truck, and I have a laundry list of things I want to get to today. First of all, this is probably something we're gonna do right, first. I can't talk. I just basically just woke up. We're doing this first. This is a brake hardware kit. The little preload springs. Holding the caliper, keeping it from, rattling around and stuff. It's broken. I don't know why. Someone did the brakes on it. They did an okay job, but they messed up the springs. They probably jammed them in there and snapped them, or they were just crappy. I'm trying to find the fourth one of these, but these are shock bushings. I want to see if we can get these to work. We might cobble something together on the other side, unless I find the other half of this. I think this will work. I don't really want to buy shocks for this truck because the front shocks are good, but the bushings on the bottom are blown out. So we'll try and see if we can get to that today. And then this came up in a key on, engine on run test, and the code scanner picked up a code from the computer that wasn't coming up when it's off, and it basically said that this had failed and it's always rich, which kind of explains the 10 MPGs. This is not helping, so we're getting a new one of these. This was 26 bucks at Advance Auto. They had it right in stock. This I got from Summit Racing. See if I put a link down below for that. And then these, you can get these from AutoZone or Napa on one of their repair racks. I need to move a truck. I need to move this one. Move it over to somewhere. I'm probably just gonna move it in front of the neighbor's place because he doesn't care. And then the other truck will pull right in here and we'll get to work on it. Yeah, just fired right up. That is the dumbest mirror ever. I can't even with that mirror. Look at the kitty. Kitty! I gotta bleed the brakes and adjust the brakes on this. For reasons that will come apparent in other videos. This mirror needs a lube change. I might do that today. That limited slip's a little noisy. Oh wait, did I say that? You guys already know what's going on. So this has got brand spanking new brake rotors on it. Brand new brake pads, new calipers, new hoses. Oh, this shock is fine. I think I'm just gonna repair that one side. This one's good. Repair that one side. This is the problem we got right here. Yeah. So. Get a tippy tap device. I'm done playing around. I didn't like that. Hopefully we don't take that off again. Might need to do a bearing adjustment on this one. The other week, and I heard this noise, and I was like, what in the world? And it was that spring came out because both of them were broken on both sides. Wedge this new part in here and just. Like that. Damn it, Jimmy. We're loosening it, so it's the opposite. Alright, close your ears, tubes. Oh, it kind of wore that bolt down. It wore that bolt down really good. So let's see. It feels okay. Oh. The bushing, oh, I know what happened. Oh, I know exactly what happened. This is not a bushing problem. Was a bushing problem, tubes. It's not. You know what it is? This is the case that someone didn't tighten this down all the way. So guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna give her the beans. We're gonna give her the ketchup. It was a few videos ago when I put these wheels on. Some new guy commented and he was like, take those off and put the originals on. Those are ugly. Looks like we might need a front main seal. Not too worried about that. A little seep is okay. I don't know. That's probably remnants of the power steering shenanigans I had when I got this. Which really all it needed was just have fluid added into it. It does need pivot bushings. Oh yeah, especially this side. These are getting a little worse for wear. Doesn't drive too bad though. I can tell with this axle all the way down, we got like no caster at all. Oh, there's our transmission. Yeah, this has a AOD in it. There's our starter, looking original as ever. Oh, there's our fuel pump. Nothing too sketchy under here. Just pissing down rain outside. Oh. Oh. That's our problem right there. So the dipstick tube. Oh, maybe I'll unbolt it. I think there's supposed to be an O-ring on that. Why don't we just take that thing out and take a look at what's going on? It looks like it's got to be pressed in. It just popped out. I was able to pop it out of its little bracket here. It's held in by just spring tension of this bracket. Popped it out. I got it to go down a little bit further. It goes in a little bit better, like it actually doesn't bottom out until it actually bottoms out when it's supposed to. The dipstick tube doesn't feel all that right, so I think probably what I'll do later is maybe order a new one of these. See if maybe LMC's got one. And just pop that in there, or even maybe get an aftermarket one and just, you know, kind of make something a little bit nicer. But yeah, I think, yeah, maybe an aftermarket one for a 302 or something would be kind of nice. Just something a little bit neater. But, yeah, it works okay. It's down in there. It's not sealed all the way, but it's actually pushed in. But like I said, I think I'm just going to order a new one and make something a little bit nicer. Oh, I need to plug that one spark plug back in. God damn it. I unplugged it so I could get a hold of that. There's our O2 sensor. Okay, I'm back. God, there you fucking bitch. There we go. Let's see, where's our hex drive? Okay. Let's see. Can we fit this in here? I can. Now what we'll do with the other one is we'll try and get it with the wrench. Oh yeah! Yeah, take that, you dirty bitch. Sounds like a first gen Explorer. There's that piece of shit. Okay. So way back there, you cannot see it, but there is actually like a manila or tan colored pigtail. And it goes basically in between where the airbox is, but towards the firewall. Runs along and then it goes to your O2 sensor. I was able to unplug that. It just pulls apart, kind of easy to get apart. And and stripped the wire back. I stuck it in there, crimped it onto that little sleeve or the butt connector that's on that O2 sensor, and snaked it back and clicked her in. Bit of a challenge, but I was able to get it. Yeah. All right, tubes. I got some 520 synthetic. This is for the rear end. We're gonna put a little bit in there and see if that makes a difference. Different video. And I got a new filter here to go with that. And oh, this is actually a new high beam switch for the headlights. I have a new headlight switch on the way because I'm having a problem with this one where the interior lights and the dash is not working because of the headlight switch. So I'm got a new headlight switch that'll be here tomorrow. I'll probably get to that in another video. This is what we're gonna do today. Now, we've got all new sensors in this truck. Ooh, come on now. We got all new sensors in this truck, and it's still doing that weird starty thing when it gets hot, or at operating temperature. And I'm thinking, you know, we've got a new oxygen sensor, and that won't come into play until it's running. We have put 2 different coolant temp sensors in it for the computer. No change. And then new air intake temperature sensor. That didn't change anything. And it's still having a problem. So I'm not really sure what's going on with it. You know, it runs fine once it's going. You know, it purrs along pretty good. The exhaust still smells a little rich. You know, I'm not sure if it just, you know, still needs to just drive for, you know, a while to actually fully warm up. Because after a while, you know, the steam goes away once it's nice and warm. So I'm not really sure what's going on. And you know, one person, I had this problem at the hardware store when I was getting lumber. I'm like, well, one guy's like, oh, you know, it could be, you know, an injector going bad, you know, when, after a while, you know, it gets warm and maybe there's a little bit of, you know, I don't know, maybe stiction or something, or it's leaking. You know, and that could be what's going on. One of the injectors could be flooding the engine when it goes to start. But I bet you though, if I plug my scanner in, it's going to say it has a coolant temp sensor issue, which is, you know, like, why? It has 2 different sensors. They ohm out to factory spec. So, you know, what's up? But anyways, I got to get in there and drain that oil. I don't have a pan because I broke the last 2 that I've had. So I guess I'll get under there and show you what the oil looks like when it comes out. So I'm thinking all I'm gonna need is a auto nut rounder. So let's get under here and let's try to get under here. Oh. It hangs low. See if I can get it in here. Oh. There's a drain plug. I'm gonna end up getting a valve like I have on the other truck. Oh, look at that. It's loose. Not quite hot yet. I got copper washers. I'll go find anyone for that. That's pretty black. I got the filter changed out. Also wrote down the mileage. We got 148, 225, I believe. That seal I made works pretty good, huh? Dude, this thing doesn't leak at all after I made that new seal. I had to put a copper washer on the drain plug. It had the old seal on it was deteriorated and it was kind of leaking, so I put a copper washer on it. I did pre-fill the oil filter because I'm able to do it on this one, even though it's at a slight angle. Just top it off. And down the hatch. I might cut a little V into that so when I do it this way I can let it flow easier. Let's get our jug here. I'm gonna put 6 quarts in. That's what they usually take anyways. That's what my 351 took. 6 quarts. I was gonna put some snake oil in this, but we ended up using it for something else, and well, there's no real reason to put snake oil in this. It's not gonna really do much for us. Fill it right to the top, and then we'll just lift up on it and let her dump in. I'm gonna check underneath. I was just making sure we don't have any random leaks. We're not leaking, we're good. I was worried about that drain plug not working right. Or my copper washer, it's a little big. So one of the things I'm battling with this truck is a weird clinkety, crinkety, scrinkety noise. I took this off because this thing I thought, these lock up, and honestly I think this is gonna get chit canned here in a little bit. We might even take it off right now. I hate, just taking this stuff and just shit canning it, but sometimes we need to make some revisions. Now I'm not gonna do what some guys do. They're like, we don't need that. We're gonna get rid of the EGR. You know what we really don't need is we don't need that. So we're gonna get rid of that too. I don't know why guys get rid of that. Having a washer bottle and coolant overflow, I think is kind of important. Okay. There we go. Let's see, this come right out. Get off of there. There we go. Ew. Oh, this thing's kind of fucked up. Want to take it apart later and see what's going on in there? What the hell? Alright, that's it. Snapped it right off. Well, shoot, this alternator looks original. It's a Motocraft, looks crusty as hell. Yeah, I snapped that right off in there. I have some options though, but this part of the case here is made for a 4BT, so we might actually work on that a little bit later for the 4BT truck. That's a 135 amp alternator. So this is just hitting the wood right here. But, it just, I don't think the alternator is it. I think maybe we got something hitting. And I'm almost tempted to take that access plate for the transmission off and look in there and see if we got a, maybe a torque converter bolt or something hitting. But it doesn't do it all the time though, so interesting. Just gonna have to keep plugging along. I'm thinking about drilling this out right on this end here. Just drill it out and then put a new bolt through there. Probably a nut and bolt. I think I got one laying around somewhere. Alright, I'm at a stopping point with this truck today. So I was able to drill that hole out and I found a bolt to go through there, but Geez, there's nothing left of the brushes. Just nothing. See, I got that spring kind of jammed in there. So what I'm trying to figure out is how do you get those in there? You must put the rotor in first. Put a little shim or something in front of those. I don't know how you get those back in there. Well, here's what I'm up against. I'm got a couple of different options here. You know, I don't know if the junkyard's open during these times of, you know, shutdown and stuff. If they are open, I'm tempted to run down there maybe next week and pick up a 3G that hasn't been modified like the front of this case has. Pick one of those up and have Napa test it. And if it's good, then we'll just go ahead and put a 3G alternator in it, because this thing's toast. Look out, this is what's left of the brushes. There's nothing left. So, that was bound to fail. Look at all the material that's in there from the brushes. The only bearing in here that's really looks like it might be problematic is this one, but you had to put a real heavy load on it. But it's kind of smooth. It's okay, but it's hard to tell. I'm just wondering if I have something else over here that's kind of janking around a little bit and causing that noise. So I'm gonna move this thing back a little bit, move my truck behind it, and kind of call it a day for now. We got a lot of stuff done. You know, we still have a couple of issues that we're dealing with. You know, this weird noise I want to figure out. I'd also like to really figure out why it starts so weird. I'm almost thinking maybe it's got a bad injector or something. So kind of getting to a point where we might be throwing a carburetor on this. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Tell me what you think. But yeah, if we end up putting a carburetor on this, we're going to be getting rid of all the emission stuff and probably cut the cats out and change the muffler to a nice performance one, and I think it'll be good to go.